So the other day, that's shut. The other day I was driving this telehandler around the farm when all of a sudden I felt the back wheel fall down a bit of a hole. And then this happened. What had happened was the back wheels had fell down this manhole, which is part of the old manor house. Over there's the lily pond that would have been out the front of the old building. But down here, we had a bit of a cave, which turned into a bit of a tunnel, service tunnel for pipes. And it went a long way in that direction. So naturally, we got the digger and went in that direction and dug a hole, and this is what we found. So this is what we found in the middle of the yard. We have a staircase going down. Come on, Pooh. You coming? You coming? And it keeps going down. I reckon the steps under my feet. Just trying to get some of the water out to this arch. And then this round room and the boiler. It stinks down here, doesn't it, Pooh? I can smell it and it smells like poo. What's happening? What's the pump doing? Hey? You man the pump, Pooh. Ted, can I come in your trench?
You can come in my trench. It's so black, I don't know what it is.
Proper light switch and conduit. Lasted over 100 years. And probably with a clean up, but still work. And this is the other side of the arch. Round room. Looks like some sort of coal chute, and then looks like the room goes off where the digger is, sort of that direction. But first we're going to clear this room out, see what's in there. See how big it is, eh? Is that a 17th century piece?
17th century piece.
Oh. I've been all day digging now. I'll show you what we're up to. Oh my god. This is the, I reckon this is the kiln.
Oh, you reckon?
This is a massive kiln.
Oh, nice. That'll be the chimney then, will it?
That must be the chimney for it, yeah.
Yeah.
Come down here. Yeah.
Where do they go? Yeah. That
there's room.
I can't get up to film you because.
Is it the army? Was it the army on the unicycle?
Don't throw it down a second. I'm just trying to combine. I'm going to stand on this and hopefully it doesn't.
Don't just pull on it because it'll just bust.
Oh yeah, it is an old one.
Oh, nice. Throw it up here. That looks like a Tropicana.
Yeah, whoever put the unicycle down there didn't mean it coming out.
Do you reckon that was one of the workmen that knocked the place down?
This is
Got
definitely
to work one day with a flat tyre and just thought, I'll just leave this in the box.
Oh, to hell with the unicycle. Oh no, it might not be. I think it's
Oh, I
a
was
full-blown
going to
bike.
say, I'll be
It's a
very
penny
surprised.
Well, they did tell you not to do that.
Could be a penny farthing.
It's not.
No, it's not a penny farthing.
Well, what else would it be? It's a unicycle.
I mean, he did
It
tell
could
you.
still be a unicycle. To be
It could
fair.
still be a whole bike, mate, at that point. Eh? You've only got the front wheel.
Since it last got rid of it.
Do you reckon the rest of it's down there?
Yeah.
Could be. Maybe it's a tricycle,
What's that?
not
That's
part
got to
of
be
the
part
bike.
of it, surely. That looks like handlebars to me. It is a tricycle. That's what it is.
It's a child's prize.
Now you've upset the bloody ghost thingy, child.
Oh yeah, man, I didn't break.
You've just broken our bike.
What's this bit of it? That looks like it's to do with it, but I'm not 100%. That's it.
Probably got busted. It's cast. And the roof went in.
Can I still see the bolts that held it on?
It does look. And what looks to be a coal chute, and this is still coal, believe it or not. They didn't even use it all. So this is a coal chute. These are the burners or the boilers, whatever, I think, for the original hall. And then this here must have been where they were chucking the coal in. You see the door still open. There's all sort of steampunk style taps and pipes and bits and pieces. And that is part of the old chimney. Obviously, we had no idea that any of this was here. We knew about the old house, but there's no floor plan below ground, so nobody knew about any of this that we knew of. So this was quite a big find. And that shaft that we were looking down, that I found with the telehandler, actually leads to there. So the pipes that I could see were these pipes here. So that tunnel goes all the way over to the lily pond over there, which was quite a surprise. And then we thought, well, we've already dug the entire yard up. We did know where there were some existing cellars that Dad used to play in when he was a little girl. So we thought we'd go and have a look and dig them up as well. So we'll show you what we found with them. Right, bit of an update. We've moved out of the boiler room now and we are now onto the cellars. And so far, we have found lots of wine. There's a room here that we've unexplored. It has got a wine rack. It does go back quite a way that way. We've also got part of the original house that was built in the 1600s there, you can tell by the brick. And then this part of the cellars in here, which we haven't dug out yet. But it's looking like the far wall there, you can get the phone to focus, is taking a turn round the corner there. There's a pillar there and there's a wall there, so we're going to find out where that goes. We're now into that room. We've found loads of bottles, flight of stairs. Right, hold it there! What do you reckon, Chiselhead? What do you reckon? You found any wine? Found any wine yet? Bit more in there, I reckon. Don't you get down there, I'll carry you down. I'll carry you down, it's a big... I don't want you tumbling. I don't want you to tumble. fastened to the wall. Sadly, no wine whatsoever left in them racks. Ugh. Having to dig this bit out by hand. There's quite a lot in there. Not sure what goes around there. This bit's raised for some reason. There were a lot of champagne bottles over there. There's a hole there where some pipe work went. That goes up quite a way. And then these lovely old stairs. More pipe work. And then the boiler room is literally just over here. The main burner, chimney for the main burners there. Doesn't seem to be that wet under there, it seems to be drying out quite well. Just wonder if there's any more underground things to find. I'm going to have a little scrape round, more where the original hall was, and just see if there's any more underground layers. This is the lily pond that would be at the front of the house. With millstones either side. This one's actually completely intact. And the original steps going down. There was a little water feature of a flamingo in the middle at one point. But this is where it all started, when we found this tunnel down here. And then that tunnel took us in that direction where we found the boiler house. And it's all gone very out of hand. There's also some water pipes and stuff going in here, which I take it was to work the water feature maybe. And then in front of the house, hard to see, but there was an avenue of trees going all the way down there to the next village. Tile. So here you would have had one wing going that way, another wing going that way. I'd love to have seen it in its heyday. And the cellars, we knew where they were because Dad found a hole over there when he was a little girl, but we never knew where the opening was, so we thought there's still some wine in that. We did find lots and lots of bottles of wine, funnily enough, in the cellar. Anyway, come on down. This is, by the way, taken hours and hours and hours to dig, and a lot of it was hand dug. So we're in one of the original cellars here. And as you can see in this room here, which we haven't quite finished excavating yet, still got the original wine racks, which is pretty cool. And then you've got some sort of window there, not quite sure. And then around here, there's still more to uncover, but that's still got a roof on. And to be honest, even we thought that was a bit dangerous. So we've gone as far as we dare, but we probably want to get some axle stands in there, or leave that for another day. But you can actually, if you look through here, this one isn't fully full up. You can actually have a proper look in here. And that leads on to that other room which Dad found when he was little, which we shall show you now. So this was the only part of the underground cellars that we were aware of. This was the only part of the underground cellars that we were aware of, but we didn't know any more existed. We'd sort of been under there and what you could see in that little room, but we never knew it went on as far as that, and obviously we didn't know where the stairs were. I'm also not sure exactly, someone will tell us, someone clever, why these have little arches. Is that for barrels? It looks too small for barrels, but I'd like to know. And it looked like they all had proper dome roofs that have all collapsed in. Now in the 1950s, the hall was demolished as no one could afford it, apparently, and lots of the materials out the building were sold and whatever. So it looks like they just demolished it, and all the rubbish they didn't want, they just filled all the cellars and bits and pieces. But they did leave this little pond here, which is Quite a nice little feature. So in this exact location here in 1944, the American airborne artillery was stationed at this hall, and some of the soldiers and officers were actually based here. I think the officers were in the actual hall itself, and some of the soldiers were stationed in the stables, which we'll show you in a minute, as there is still some remnants of when they were here. But there is a photo, I'll put on screen now, of the soldiers in this exact location when the house was stood. So this farm does actually have a significant World War II relation. And there's photos of Willis Jeeps and all sorts of bits and pieces, which we'll show you now. Charles tricycle. Adam, what are these?
Poker.
Yeah.
That one there is for slicing your clinker.
What is a clinker?
You stick it through the fire bar,
Right.
like that.
Yeah.
Ram it up through, and
Yeah.
then slice it so the air can get through the fire, because it seals over when you burn coal for a long time.
So these is a coal burn. It is for that thing, definitely then.
Yeah, definitely.
And then, is that for shoveling coal? What's that for?
It hasn't got that end on it. So you can't
Oh.
shovel coal with
So
that.
what's that for? Jack's mum. Tay, what's the most interesting bottle we found?
Interesting or pretty?
Either. What is Ted eating apples? You'll get drunk.
I don't know.
I like this one.
You like that one? This
Pass
one?
it here then.
No. Don't you dare. This one, that one.
You like that one? What's that?
H&A Gilby. No, I think it was gin.
That's cool, isn't it? Yeah, that is cool.
I wonder if you could find a lid for it and put your gin in it.
That would be pretty cool. I like this little bottle. Ow. The red, what is it? The
Red, white and blue.
yeah. It still has something in it. Dare we taste it?
No.
Yes.
Go on, take the lid off. See if it smells, because I've got no sense of smell. Take the lid off.
It's water in it.
I don't know. How could it have got in? Go on. And if someone's weeded it, a little bit of wee isn't going to hurt you. Just try it. Smell it first.
What's the orange?
No, that's water, isn't it? There's nothing
No,
to it.
try it. No.
You try it then. Oh, you dirty.
Yeah, that's water. Not nice. And then we also found some old batteries. Don't know what they're for, or what they were, what they originally looked at. Loads of light switches. More batteries. We didn't actually find that much interesting, really, did we? Yeah, after all that, the best thing I think we have found is the child's bicycle. And maybe the mincemeat thing. That's in pretty good condition, isn't it?
You have to use it again.
Yeah. Restore that and put that in the house.
Where are we going to get the fire going?
Yeah, we are. We will do a video relighting the fire, but we've got a little bit more shoveling to do.
You want to ask the people if they know what that is? It looks like one.
All right, Adam wants me to ask the people.
Well, that one's got mud all doors and all sorts on it, so it's like steam boiler, that one.
But
Why would it have had a steam boiler?
But it looks like that big one, the big pipes aren't going to these in any way, are they?
No,
So that, whatever that is a
If you
separate.
zoom in on the side of it, look, it's got mud all doors that bolt in to hold pressure.
Oh yeah,
See?
The house did
Like a
have
compressor.
central heating, that makes sense.
Well, not a compressor, like a boiler.
shut up.
And then you've got that massive one, which is just a hot water job, isn't it? And that's the heating.
Could you imagine the bloke that had to turn all the taps and knew which ones to look at and what pressures? I do think this sort of thing, you could easily have a terrible explosion and kill everybody on site that's in this room. But that leads us to the other question.
It's got like a safety valve on top of it as well.
Yeah, I wonder if that works. What do we are going to have to put a roof over this because it's a little bit dangerous.
Or you think somebody might fall in?
There is a chance that someone might fall in.
Miniature pony.
So I think we're going to have to put some RSJs over and some road plates That can be tomorrow's job. Well, I don't know what we'll do with it yet. I reckon it could make a good little party room. A little miniature pub, yeah.
Because you've got the fire you can light.
Light the fire. Keep them in there because they're cool.
Why would you make this into a pub though when you've got an actual cellar over there?
Well, we can just have it...
Have you seen the size of it?
Yeah, but it's not a...
When you've got the fire lit in there, you're going to get 3 people in it and then you're going to go...
It's going to be warm in
Put
there.
that wall back up and then have the wall of death.
I'll tell you what we could do. Get that working. Pipe the boiler into the cellar.
Oh my god. Does it go that way?
No, it goes that way.
I think there's that trench there. Oh, that trench. Naomi's trench. That goes all the way up to the lily pond.
No.
Oh, there's poo.
You've been eating poo?
Where's poo?
It's been eaten now.
Look at his big poo lips.
Oh, look at it.
Look at poo lips.
Bless him.
Get away from it.
As a tribute to Fred Dibner. What do you think, Ted? That down? Is this the proper light?
This is how they did it during the war.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Not brake cleaner.
No, that's white diesel.
Yeah.
Where's the wood? Where's the wood?
There.
Oh, how did that get down so neatly?
It got down here very neatly. Fine work replacing that vent that broke off.
Yeah, I've done a really good job of that. A bit of bricklayer. Should we light it?
Yeah, I reckon so. That going? Is that on?
That's on. That's on. Look at it go. It's coming out everywhere. It's not coming out, chimney. Right, I'll show you a technique to make it draw.
Yeah.
Up the top.
Up the chimney.
Up the top, yeah.
Right. I can't help but think this isn't the proper way. Oh, it is working!
It is working. What you do is chuck a burning rag in the bottom of the chimney there, and
Yeah.
the hot air.
Let's do it anyway. Let's do a simulation.
Up with the lighter. I've got it. On a steam engine, you just chuck it in the smoke box and make it. There you go. That'll make it draw then. That makes sense?
Yeah?
Because the heat.
No, it's not too bad.
As soon as that steel chimney gets hot, it'll draw like hell then.
I wonder how long it's been since there's been fire in that. Dry this room out, won't it? Oh yes.
That's not leaking much at all, is it? A little bit out of that door.
The door that you made.
No, my door's fine. This door, the original door's not quite so.
Or does it want a vice grip on it? Can we hammer a stone in it so it holds it shut?
You shut now. As soon as that starts to warm up,
Is it getting warm?
it'll draw like hell. Not yet. It's making fire noises, isn't
It is, isn't it? It's cosy.
Look at that.
Who would ever have thought?
Does that would work again?
Won't be long before we reinstate the coal chute. I can't believe I got the doors to work on the...
Brilliant, isn't it?
Unbelievable, like, stuff was just made to last forever.
Yeah, they dropped a wrecking ball on it.
and now everything's made in China. But, you know, we don't make anything in England anymore because we're super green.
King trailers.
Except for King Trailers, so shout out King Trailers. But we're so green because we're importing everything from China where there's absolutely no laws or rules on emissions. Everything's done on coal.
They don't burn coal, do they?
No. But here we are in England, being all green, not making anything, importing everything from all the other buggers.
Sounded like Nigel then.
Nigel who? It's true though, isn't it? I wish we could just get companies that made things like that burner that just last forever.
Yeah.
It's just a proper bit of kit.
What are you doing?
Building a chimney. It's the best chimney you've ever did see.
Stick at the dump.
Not very good selection of friends here.
You're doing a good job.
It is working though, isn't it? How high has it got to go?
Well, they're usually, like, factory chimneys are usually quite high, aren't they?
What? 200 foot?
Yeah, about that.
I'll get it narrower. That works, better.
It'll be alright as long as you don't go and seal it off.
Huh?
As long as you don't seal it off.
The chimney is in full swing. What an absolute piece of kit. Might be leaking out the side of the chimney in some areas. But it's warm up here. That little fire's still working in the chimney, you know.
There's not that many leaks now, it is much.
Oh yes. It's like a boiler in the Titanic, isn't it? It's giving some heat now, isn't it?
It's just starting to...
Oh yeah, she's misting. Starting to dry out. That needs holding forward, doesn't it?
It does stay, sometimes.
I'll get the old boy down here to witness the first fire. Oh yeah, the chimney's working well.
It is.
Look at it, it's dehumidifying itself. So that's steam, mostly.
Coming off of it there, yeah.
Yeah. Think how damp it's been all these years. Oh yeah, she's hot to the touch.
You know, chimneys, you can still just touch the chimney.
It's not too smoky either, is it?
Not too bad, apart from when you're back there.
What a bit of kit.
Come back out.
No one would ever have believed it, would they? Incredible. How long do you reckon she's been burning for now?
A couple hours, isn't it? Yes,
Yeah.
The steam's not so hard as it was now.
Still steaming well. It must be so damp.
Yeah, all that mud that's on it as well. It's covered in clay, wasn't it?
Yeah. It's definitely giving some heat. What could possibly go wrong? Let's rev her right up. So big though, that's like hardly touching the sides, isn't it?
Is it smoking out the chimney?
It's smoking above your head slightly. Does seem to be slightly on fire.
Oh, I thought that was going to go then.
Oh, it's gone.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, that's making it draw.
That's a smooching.
Look how the chimney pipes change colour. The chimney pipe's definitely gone darker, hasn't it?
It's getting weathered. Good.
It'll dry it out. Yeah, the full Titanic. I suppose this would be similar date, would it, to Titanic? What was the Titanic? 1912?
1912. That's not the same date.
No, similar date for this boiler.
I thought the... Keep working, boy.
Yeah, boy.
Oh, look at that can go.
at the distance back it goes.
It's huge, isn't it? We're going to
It's
have
a
no
monster.
logs left at all in a minute.
It's great. When we got a roof on it, at the minute we are trying to heat up the entire globe.
Global warming started here.
Yeah, it started here. And that is literally where those pokers were, hanging up on the wall.
That's brilliant, though, isn't it?
Yeah. As we dug the place out, they were hung there. So they've been waiting all this time for us idiots to...
At this moment in time.
yeah.
They never thought they were going to see the light of day again, did they?
And be used for the original purpose.
I think this
What
one...
were these hooks for? Because they're very much downward hook. Oh, I suppose that's for that, isn't it?
There's a tidier thing on.
But what was that pulley for?
That was...
So you'd be tying it...
It's got different... Oh, that would have opened an air vent, wouldn't it? To let more air down here. And that would have been different spots to put it. To
So,
let
yeah,
more
so,
air down.
okay, but where would it be going then?
Or to an air vent. Like a flap that would have been up here somewhere.
Do you
In
reckon?
the roof. Yeah, it must have been.
That's what that's just as a stay, isn't
Hold
it?
isn't it, in different spots.
So
I
you-
reckon that
Yeah.
had a piece of fat on the end of it.
And
that was
to scrape back.
scrape the ashes out.
I'll get one fab to, well, make a new door and put a flap on that then. It's great, isn't it?
Just keep
How are we like so mesmerised by a simple thing from years ago?
That's what it's called, autism, Joe.
Definitely going to get a roof on here.
It'd be cool, wouldn't it?
Oh. Because there's no sign of any RSJs in the original roof above it, but it's a hell of a span just to go with concrete and no RSJ. But I suppose RSJ would rot, wouldn't it? Metal in it would have rotted.
Do you reckon it could have had just a
And they
support?
weren't-
That would have just been people walking on it, wouldn't it? Not a chieftain.
You
Well,
could have had a support in the middle, though.
or a
Just like
Centurion ARV that was parked over here for years.
Yeah, it literally would have just been for... That's enough for people to walk across, isn't it?
What, with no reinforcement? Because there's no wire in it.
Good enough, isn't it?
God, I
It
wouldn't
could
have
have been a
fancied being
lint or
down it.
something there.
Huh?
Could have been something.
I think if we get some RSJs in it to make it stronger for us. What is that? Bloody hornets. They won't go in the burner. Spray some diesel at it.
Hang on.
Just stoke her up. It goes back a long way, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's how I've been getting the wood to the back, just poking it back again.
Get it right back in there. Yeah.
Yeah, that's back there.
Right,
Wedge all that in the front.
chuck a few more in. Soak her up for the night. Yep. That is in. Oh, it's lovely and warm, isn't it?
It's brilliant.
Pre-drying the wood. Do you think they ever did chuck logs on it?
I'd have thought so, and coal would have been short in the war, wouldn't it? Oh, that one's wet. Might leave that one for a minute.
It holds some bloody wood, doesn't it? They're massive bits, and they're just going in, and they're
Disappearing.
there's still enough for like the same again. Less steam now. It's definitely drying out. No more, isn't it? Well, I hope everyone enjoyed the special on the underground boiler room. It's giving lots of heat. We've stoked it up for the night, and we'll see if it dries out, and we'll get the rest of the mud and stuff down there when it's dried out. It'll be a bit easier. Leave a comment. Tell us what you think we should do. I'd like to preserve the place. I'd like to put a roof back on it. I think we should probably keep some of these, probably power wash the whole room. It's getting quite smoky in here, it's hurt my eyes, so I'm going to have to go in a minute. So yeah, let us know what you think we should do with this. And we'll see you again, probably in a less time-teamy sort of video.
God knows what is hiding in in those weak and drunken hearts. Guess he kissed the girls and made them cry, those hard-faced queens of misadventure. God knows what is hiding in those weak and sunken eyes. Fiery throngs of muted angels, giving love but getting nothing back. Oh, people, help the people. And if you're homesick, give me your hand and I'll hold it. People, help the people. Nothing will drag you down. Oh, and if I had to bring, oh, and if I had to bring, I'd be cold as a stone and rich as a fool. It turned all those good hearts away. I'd be cold as a stone and rich